And I'd like to welcome you to the Culture Center today for the Governor's Public Service Recognition Ceremony. If you would all rise, we're going to do the national anthem sung by Cedric Farmer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glam, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
If you'd all stay standing, we're going to have the recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance by Department of Homeland Security Secretary Jeff Sandy.
Please join me, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Secretary Sandy. We're going to start with our years of service certificates. If the second row here will come up and then line up down the hall there. Our first honorees are going to have their photo with Executive Vice President Chancellor, or Executive Vice Chancellor for Administration, Matt Turner, with the Higher Education Policy Commission. All right, first from the Higher Education Policy Commission with 40 years of service, Jelaine Crozier. From Bluefield State College with 30 years of service, Angela Lambert. Also from Bluefield State College with 35 years of service, Sudhakar Jamkandi. Next, from Fairmont State University with 30 years of service, Amy Fazalari. From the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine with 30 years of service, Deborah Montgomery. Also from the School of Osteopathic Medicine with 35 years, Pat Bowserman. From West Virginia University with 30 years of service, Scott Bartlett. Also from WVU with 30 years of service, Charles Joseph. Also with 30 years of service, Joseph Selby. Also with 30 years of service, Joyce Addison. From West Virginia University with 35 years of service, David Dial. If our third row here will stand up and line up down the hallway here. With 40 years of service from West Virginia University, Anna Nikolodakis. This way, ma'am. From West Virginia State University with 35 years of service, Deborah Wells. From WVNet with 35 years of service, Vern Britton.
Unfortunately, the last 7.5 of me, right?
It's been all good. It's been all good.
Let's give these employees just one more round of applause. You're done. The next employee will have her photo with Superintendent Clayton Birch. From the Department of Education with 30 years of service, Denise Husson. All right, the next honoree will have their photos with Secretary Tom Scott. From the Department of Administration with 35 years of service, Mark Isabella. Also with 35 years of service, Chris Spradling. Next, we'll have Department of Transportation honorees taking their photo with Secretary Jimmy Riston. With 30 years of service, Tracy Hammer. Also with 30 years of service, Muhammad Khan. The next honorees will have their photos with Secretary Crouch from the Department of Health and Human Resources. With 30 years of service, Melissa Baker. Also with 30 years of service, James Hager. And with 45 years of service, Darlene Henderson. And next, we'll have the Department of Homeland Security with Secretary Sandy. With 30 years of service, Charles Lance. If the next row would like to stand and make a line there in the hallway. We're going to have photos with Secretary Hardy in the Department of Revenue. With 30 years of service, Camilla Elmore. Up next are employees from the Department of Environmental Protection. They'll be taking their photo with Secretary Ward. With 30 years of service, Gregory Rote. With 35 years of service, Penny Harris.
President Blair's here from
Okay. With 40 years of service, Fawn Lively. Thank you. Next, from the West Virginia Senate, with 40 years of service, Marilyn Parsons. She'll have her photo with President Blair. Thank you very much. The next group will have their photos with Ann Erling from the Governor's Office. From the Secretary of State's Office with 30 years of service, Lisa Blake. From the Auditor's Office with 30 years of service, Lisa Comer. Also with 30 years of service, Chuck Walker. With 40 years of service at the Auditor's Office, G. Russell Rollison, Jr. From the Department of Arts, Culture, and History, with 45 years of service, Harold Newman.
Hold that up so we can see it. There we go. All right.
If the next row would like to stand up and make a line there in the hallway. Also from the Department of Arts, Culture, and History, with 45 years of service, Charles W. Morris III. From the Department of Commerce, with 30 years of service, Roger Jennings, Jr. Also with 30 years of service, Gail Vidito. And with 45 years of service to the Public Service Commission, David Mills. And finally, we're going to honor our longest-serving honoree this year with 50 years of service from the Department of Transportation, Marvin Murphy. Let's give all our honorees this year another round of applause. This year, we are honoring not only you who have reached milestones in their careers, but talent from across the state government that have served less than 20 years. Hopefully, in several years, these recipients will be sitting in your seat celebrating their own milestone. Each award winner has made an impact in their respective departments and go above and beyond their job. From the Department of Administration, Jeremy Wolf. Jeremy is a risk and insurance manager for the Board of Risk and Insurance Management. And if you'll join us again. From the Department of Arts, Culture, and History, Lakin Blankenship. Lakin is an events specialist for the department. From the Department for Economic Development, Marky Schindler. Marky is a manager of business development for the department. From the Department of Environmental Protection, Jason Harmon. Jason is the Deputy Chief in the Office of Oil and Gas. From the Department of Homeland Security, Larry McDonnell. Larry is a senior procurement specialist with the department. Next, from the Department of Revenue, Catherine Mitchell. Catherine is the unit supervisor for the Fuel Tax Administration Unit within the Tax Department. From the Department of Transportation, Jacob Bumgardner. Jason is an Operations Division Director within the Division of Highways. And next, from the Department of Veterans Assistance, Stephen Mooney. Steve is the Deputy Director of Operations for Benefits for the department. From the Department of Tourism, Emily Hatfield. I don't believe she's with us. Okay. Let's see, from the Department of Education, Cynthia Sorsea. Cynthia is the coordinator within the Office of Federal Programs and Support. From the West Virginia Army National Guard, Chuck Bowman.
Chuck is the best procurement manager we have in the state. He has a really bad attitude, so please don't offer him a job. Okay?
You guys scoot over just a little bit.
He's not kidding about the attitude.
And although they could not be with us today, we still would like to recognize the following shining stars. From the Department of Commerce, Kim Bradley. Kim is the director of the West Virginia Training Center with Miners Health Safety and Training. And last but not least, from the Department of Health and Human Resources, Tim DeBar, who could also not join us today. Tim is the Director of Data Management and Analytics in the Office of Information Services. Let's give all our shining stars another round of applause. Do you want to say anything, Ann?
Good morning, everyone. The governor is finishing up his press conference over there and is probably getting kind of close to finishing up. But those that don't know me, I'm Ann Erling. I'm Governor Justice's Deputy Chief of Staff. And he's, I'm sure, very pleased and proud of everyone's service and loyalty and dedication to the state of West Virginia. It's all of our agencies working together that helps our administration achieve the goals of the governor. And although he is unable to be here in person, I know that he would want me to extend his congratulations and appreciation for everything that y'all do. For when you think about the length of service that some of y'all have had, that's a lot of hard work and dedication and getting yourself out of bed in the morning. And as I've gotten older, I really appreciate what's involved with that. But especially when you have people who have sick babies and other things going on in their life. But thank you all for being here today. Andrea, I will turn it back over to you. Okay. All right. Thank you all.
The governor is just finishing up, so he should be over here in a few minutes. If you want to take a little bathroom break and come back in about 5 to 10 minutes, we will hear from the governor. So I'll see you all in just a few minutes. Thank you. everybody would like to find their seats again, we're going to get started in just a few moments. Special guest, Baby Dog.
How are all y'all doing? Bet you didn't expect to see a bulldog today, did you? Turn around now. Turn around. You can turn around. Turn around where you can see everybody. Scoot your butt. Oh, baby dog. Get back up here. Hold on. I'll get her. Come on, baby. Come here. Come here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gosh, that would have been a bit. Come on. There you go. Okay. Now. Oh. Well, sit down. Gosh, dog. Well, today is, no question, a really special day. A special day to recognize great people that have served this great state beyond belief. I mean, when it really boils right down to it, 333 of you have been here for 30 years. Now, I don't know what in the world's wrong with you, but you've been here for 30 years. And all kinds with 20 years plus. You know, there's lots and lots of different ways we can reward your service and everything. And hopefully we'll be able to do more and more and more as we go forward in the future. But in addition to that, I think there's going to be an award here for shining stars in the state. And all these cabinet secretaries, you can blame them if you didn't get picked. But nevertheless, you know, we have one individual that's been with the state of West Virginia for 50 years. Is he here today? Where? My God, did you start when you were like 6? I mean, you look wonderful, absolutely. No, congratulations, sir. Thank you so much. And all I wanted to do was just stop by, say hello, and express my gratitude. You know, West Virginia's been on this, I mean, we could sit here and I could tell you how great we're doing all that, and we are. But West Virginia's been on this pathway forever. Forever on a pathway that truly, you know, we kept over and over and over being in a battle, as I've always said, with Mississippi on who was going to be dead last in the country. And you knew how good we were. You really did. You always knew it. And I did too. And we just had to really tweak and turn and turn and turn. And now the world's starting to know it. And it feels good, doesn't it? Because to be perfectly honest, I'm glad we're able to rub it in people's faces just how good we really are. You know, we've been through this terrible pandemic, and it's been really tough. There's no question. I didn't expect that I was bringing Baby Dog with me today, but she just wouldn't quit. You know, she jumps up and down, she spins around in a circle, she goes completely crazy and everything. And then I look at her and I said, okay, Baby Dog, come on, let's go. You know, but nevertheless, I think what she wants more than anything is a Hardee's biscuit and then maybe chicken nuggets later on in the day. But she's on the same dietary program that I'm on. But nevertheless, you know, the thing that she does, and I say it over and over, but through this pandemic, she makes people smile. Now, if we could just make others smile, it'd be meaningful, wouldn't it? And the other thing is, truly, I have never seen a person that walks up to pet her, young or old, that she doesn't love. So at the end of the day, you know, I think about Walt Disney. Walt Disney, you know, started something with a mouse. And I look at Baby Dog, and I look at her face, and I said, she makes people smile, and she loves everybody. And like it or not like it, but that's the only way we're going to get through this pandemic. At the end of the day, we need to respect others, no matter what their values, no matter what they think. We should love everybody. And we should really try to make people smile. It's tough enough. So with all that, I congratulate you on great work. I congratulate all these great secretaries and these people that are doing just unbelievable work here every day. And with all of that, we're going to keep the engine running. Right now, let me tell you this last thing. I've never told this to anybody, you know, out in public anyway. But from time to time, not very often, because I drive everywhere I go, but from time to time, I'll either get in our plane or the state plane, and I'll be flying, and I'll just be looking. And on a clear day, for as far as you can possibly see, I'm the governor. I'm responsible for those people. You are too. You are too. And what you do is really, really meaningful. So I congratulate you. I thank you. As far as you can see, from 20,000 or 40,000 feet, as far as you can possibly see on a clear day, you're responsible. And they depend on you. So don't drop the ball. Just keep it going. And when you really, really are down a little bit, just think about just this. I roll over in the bed at night, and sometimes I roll one way, and there's a 60-pound brown watermelon right up against my back. And maybe sometimes I just happen to awaken, and she'll be a half an inch from my face, and she'll be going, she talks like that. And I'll open my eyes, and I'll say, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and she's wanting to play. And I'll open my eyes, and I'll say, what are you doing, baby doll? So nevertheless, thank you so much. Thank you all for all you do. Good gracious, you do phenomenal work, and absolutely in every way. Thank all of you. You know, great time of year. Be safe. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Governor and Baby Dog. I'd like to thank each of you for attending today and for your hard work and dedication to public service. Let's give them one more round of applause. And that concludes today's ceremony. Safe travels home and happy holidays.